Truck Simulator City Delivery is a game where you deliver goods from point A to B, and you do it in some well-known cities such as San Francisco, Berlin and Shanghai. In this video we check out how the game feels on the Nintendo Switch and whether it is worth buying. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. A few weeks ago I reviewed Farmer Simulator, and the similarity to Truck Simulator is striking. Maybe not so strange though, it's the same people who are behind these games, but instead of driving around with tractors, this time we use trucks of varying sizes to transport goods. The purpose of the game is simple: to earn money and unlock new vehicles. It is possible to unlock all the vehicles by paying real money. But since a central part of the game is to get access to all the vehicles, I see no point in paying to get access to everything. However, there are a couple of vehicles that can be bought as a DLC, so you can always pay for that if you want something different. But the principle remains: it is my recommendation not to pay with real money, but instead to play the game as intended, namely delivering goods, getting paid and ultimately unlocking new vehicles. So what can you actually do in this game? From what I discovered, you can only do one thing. Yeah, one thing only. You pick up goods in a terminal and then drive through the city to the place where the goods are to be delivered. You then get paid and repeat everything again. And when I mean repeat, I mean repeat until the end of the world. That's all you do: pick up goods and deliver to the right address. Once you earned enough capital, you can buy some new trucks, either diesel or electric. It is extremely monotonous, and I would love to see other different quests. But it is what it is. You can only do one thing. Rather, the game's strength lies in all the cities you drive around in. It feels like all the effort was put into building up nice cities that look good on the Switch. Admittedly, there is some pop-in, but generally everything looks good visually. You can also choose whether you want to drive during the day or night, and set whether it should rain or not. And I chose to change quite a lot just to make the missions a little more varied. I actually think the rain effect looks just fine, and it's pretty cool to use the windshield wipers when the rain hits the windows. I would also like to add that some cities are locked until you buy an electric truck. So this is actually one of the main goals of the game: getting a new truck and being able to drive around some new cities. But the fact remains, it's the same old mission you're doing: delivering goods. It feels like the developers put all their effort into creating cities that resemble reality, and here I think they succeeded quite well. I just wish they put as much energy into creating a varied and entertaining gameplay, because it's basically a solid game, both performance-wise and visually. But unfortunately, the monotonous gameplay drags the rating down significantly, to the point that you hardly want to play it. It becomes far too monotonous in the long run. Sure, it's a simulator that focuses on delivering goods, but I'd love to see them come up with missions that differ and take the game in more interesting directions. Another issue I have with the game is the controls. It is not possible to adjust anything. I have always preferred to accelerate with the ZR button and reverse with the ZL button, but here they have chosen a model that cannot be changed. You accelerate with ZR, but then you have to shift between L or R if you want to reverse. Feels extremely unnatural. Here I would have liked to see greater freedom, to be able to adjust the control to my liking. However, I would like to point out that steering and acceleration work very well. The maximum speed is also quite high, and if you are not careful, it is easy to crash or get fined. There are a number of speed cameras along the roads, and if you're not careful, you have to pay. So it's important to pay attention to what is going on around you. I also think they were generous in making the world come alive. There are lots of cars to take into account, but also some people who are usually waiting for the bus, so you're not driving around in an empty world, which I appreciate. So should you buy this game? I mean, I see it got a huge price cut right now, from $15, which is far too expensive, down to $3, which feels reasonable. But then you should expect to buy a game that is very monotonous and loses its entertainment value after a while. Now, if you don't love doing only the same moments over and over again without a greater variety. However, I think the environments and performance are at a good level, so if you want a simulator that takes place in an urban environment, then maybe this could be worth a purchase. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, I review new games every week. Have a nice day, see ya!